Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Great Teacher Onizuka, Episode 4.
I love this show.
I love this show. Yoshikawa has been saved by the hero of justice, ghost hunter, Onizuka.
Teacher, ex-gangster,
Perv,
night guard, and all that.
All the titles. He goes by many names.
Yes.
So, specifically with this episode, we have now an in for him to basically get kind of a, I would say, influence within the class that he's dealing with.
But
it's class 3-4, correct?
Right. But first he has a rather notorious opponent that he must
that is true.
face up against.
Yes, and
They've made their first move.
That might prove difficult to overcome. But given that he is a he is a no holds barred, there is no such thing as fighting dirty, according to Onizuka.
It's just fighting smart.
Yes, I don't see the opposition lasting long, or at least initially.
Yeah, we'll have
probably
to
be
see.
some fun back and forth. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this. Love that.
It's just so amazing.
It's really funny how, on some level, you realize one of the other ways you can realize how old this show is that the main character is the show. You know, that's a classic format of an older show,
Of having the name be after the main character.
Well, but also I meant the main character being the show. Like the entire story, everything revolves around them and stuff. But with this story, they somehow find a way to make every interaction with other characters
meaningful,
different and meaningful.
But it's still very much focused on
Onizuka,
yeah.
I wonder on some level, like, at what point will the repetitiveness of the jokes actually become endearing, you know,
gotcha.
And your next line will be, you know,
right.
Yes.
That's right. Those are very creative, I must say.
I know, that took a lot of work.
That's a very normal face.
Mokubazeme? What?
Right, because everyone instantly believes it.
Yeah.
Look carefully at this photo.
Right. Oh. Ah! Oh my god. It has just begun.
Wow.
And she's like, all according to cake, you know. Subconsciously.
Now he's starting to doubt himself.
Right.
What the? The vice principal, because he's just destroyed.
Yeah. Ah!
He's still just worried about the car.
He doesn't care at all about.
Or has he not seen it yet? Has the vice principal not seen it yet?
I don't think so.
Yes.
俺は誰？
ああ、まったく菊池は天才だよ。プロ級だよ。
Yep, you're right, Jacob.
お前マジで食えんじゃ
He's
ねえ
like,
の。
oh,
そっち
yes.
の業界でよ。バカ。そんなに甘くないって世の
It's
中。
not like something called the
この
internet
調
will
子
come
なら
along. Like,
1ヶ
come
月
on.
持たねえなあいつ。めっちゃ面白いぜ。
そうよ。
Of course, you realize this
私
means
たちに
war.
担任なんていらないってことを学園に思い知らせてやるのよ。専攻なんてみんな自殺でもしちゃえばいいんだわ。
Oh my.
That's
They're like, whoa, you took it too far, Lisa. Like, like God damn, Lisa. Like, whoever that girl is. Ah! Ah, it's the vice principal! Yeah. This is what the Fujiyoshi have been up to all this time.
yeah. Ah, yes, the picture frame.
Ah, the picture frame!
それには何と言ってもまず裸の違いが勝ちだ。
絶対そんなはずはねえ。うわ思い込みの激しいやつ。
He's like, yes, yes,
All according to Keikaku.
yes.
SM はともかく教頭と仲良しだなんて。
Oh, Onizuka, your priorities are so good. I love it.
Yeah.
誤解を解くのが先決だ。
Yes, that's what you need
潔
to
白だってことを
worry
分かっ
about.
てもらうんだ。
3年4組へ授業に行ったら大学に捨ててありました。やだな、教頭先生。
Yeah, yeah, this is standard. This is
Yeah.
par for the course.
Oh, yeah.
一人にしてくれんか。頼む。一人にして
I'm actually kind of worried for the vice principal. Like, this amount of stress isn't
Could
good
give him
for
a heart
him.
attack.
Yeah, like,
おはよう。
Oh, yeah, he's thinking about his family.
yeah.
もっと早く起きてくれないとご飯が片付かないでしょ。
Is this him imagining the future, or is this...
No, I think
Just
this is
what
this
actually
is the state of
happens.
his life, I think, right now. And it just, he just had the
Oh.
car and everything. And it was just like, it was his one thing of joy, you know?
Yeah.
クレスタちゃんがあれば。優しい妻も可愛い娘もすべて昔日のごとくクレスタが連れてきてくれるはずだった。それがたった一日で廃車になり。
Now I'm starting to feel for the guy.
こいつ
Yeah.
だ。こいつが来てからというものろくなことがない。
I love how dispassionate. He is a devil. He must die.
この学園から追放しなければ。
Onizuka!
話を聞いてくれ。ちょっと
Is he actually wearing wings and a halo,
He
though?
might actually be. No,
この
no,
純
he's
粋
not.
無垢な姿を見てくれ。こんな天使のような僕がこ
え
んな変態プレイをするわけはないんだよ。
それがその格好ですか。
あ、これ
Oh, and he is wearing it!
あだったら正直
Yeah, 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 yeah.
いいです。もうよくわかりました。考えてみれば、鬼塚先生のプライベートな趣味を私が咎める筋合いではありません
Yes,
し。
well said. That's true.
だからそれじゃ
But-
困るんだってば、冬月ちゃん。
こんな写真見せられて、どう信じろって言うんですか。失礼します。
Wait.
この手洗い場を風呂代わりにし、備品のレモン石鹸を使い、その上直接股間を洗うとは。よいしょ。
And now he's gonna be caught, like, actually, like,
Right, well, and now-
sucking on- and Onizuka's gonna notice it.
やっぱ水だけじゃ冷えるな。出るか。
Oh, no, no, no,
He could really hurt himself.
he could crack his skull doing that.
Yeah, yeah, be careful, dude. Falling down the stairs backwards is not.
Especially at
Oh
his
no,
age.
what is it this time? Yeah, yeah, what is it this time? Oh, it's more realistic now. It's not
Yeah,
as
yeah.
crazy.
だこの女は。誰か知らねえかこの女。おい。
Oh. Now she got the
Other
other
side,
cheek. Yep.
yeah.
からかってるの？
She's proficient in left and right hand.
Yep.
冬月先生見ましたかこれ。
すみません。そういう変な写真はちょっと。
No, we can just tell that
そうじ
it's
ゃなくてですね。
yeah, it's
合
Photoshop.
成写真と見抜くのも難しいくらい上手にできてるって話してたんですよ。
元2年4組のやつらのよく使う手なん
Right.
ですよ。
Yeah.
よく見ると頭のところと体の解像度が微妙に違うでしょ。
Wow. Different pixel like density,
Okay.
like based on which
風間先生の
that's
時を冬月
that's
先生は知らないですもん
really
ね。
detailed to make that be the only thing that really separates them.
もらっても二重人格なのかな。
ひょっとして幽体離脱でもしてんの？
Oh no!
体は透けていてもすごくたくましいね。
Ah, even transparent.
もちろん。
Oh, and by the way, there's someone behind you.
しか。
Oh!
先生は二重人格なんかじゃないし、幽体離脱もしてないよ。あれ全部パソコンで作った合成写真なんだ。僕、犯人知ってるんだ。
吉川。
Hey.
Someone's about to get mobbed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
同じクラスのダチをチクロウなんてやつは俺は信用しねえぜ。この落とし前は俺がつける。
Yes.
お前は
I'll do
何
it.
も知ら
I'll
ない
do it. You don't have to get involved.
いいな。
冬月。
ごめんなさい。私先生のこと信じようとしないで。
Like,
殴っちゃって。本当にごめんなさい。
happy?
いいっすよ。
It's okay.
分かってもらえれば。
本当？よかった。あ、でもなんかお
Oh
詫び
no,
させて
he's
くだ
gonna
さい。
ruin it. He's gonna ruin it right here.
今夜夕食おごりますよ。ね。任せてください。
Okay. Oh, that's so wholesome.
あ、俺ちょっと野暮用があるので行ってきます。どれどれ、俺にも見せてくれよ。
鬼塚。どっから湧いて出やがった。
菊池よ。ちょっといいかな。
But I need your face. Oh no.
何する気だ。
Yep.
落とし前をつけるんだよ。
Respond in or return in kind.
I'll kill you. The thing is, they don't know what to expect from this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He's so different from any other teacher.
Oh yeah.
退学か。そんなことしたら。
Oh, don't worry.
学園から放り出されるぜ。
頼みが。
これよ。何？この写真と俺の秘蔵の雑誌でさ。
Oh, he's not trying to get back at him. He's just saying.
Yes.
よかった。
Oh my gosh, and
Right
they
there,
didn't
they
even
don't know.
notice.
And they don't know.
そ
Wow.
んでこの写真にはこの首で、こっちの首はこのポーズ。
Wait, so is he using his own pictures or someone else or what?
いや、何や、ただとは言われて。じゃあ、頼んだよ、菊池君。期待してる
What
からな。
is
He's buying him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
buying him.
1週間よろしく。
He's just like he's like I don't
だもんじゃね
what.
Honey rather than vinegar. I mean, like.
You
Oh, and they're not
you
showing us
brilliant
what the
genius.
pictures
Oh, of course
are gonna
not.
be.
Not yet. Or it's not important that they show us ever unless
No,
we
they
can-
need to show us.
Well, what they what they'll probably do is show more of a like we'll just see him
censored or
at some
something,
point being
sure.
like, these are pretty good, and he's gonna be like, where's the yen? And he's like, yeah, I got you. And he like fucks up with the money, and the friends are like, oh, like you betrayed us. Like, what are you doing? You taking a bribe? He's like, I'm not taking a bribe. I'm getting hired, boys.
Yeah, I'm going pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said I could make money off of this. You know,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. That's the thing. Why would you then bite the hand that's feeding you?
Right.
Like,
Sure, yeah.
it's kind of brilliant, actually, to if you think about someone who's using their creativity in a way that is aggressive towards you, find some way to empower the creativity,
Yeah.
but in
yeah.
a focused direction that's not at you.
Yeah.
I mean,
But, like, okay.
he did need to kind of intimidate the kid a little bit.
Yeah. Good cop, bad cop. kind of
Right.
thing. Maybe they'll show us, like, after the ending.
No,
Like, that's what they did last episode.
It's just an end credit scene, basically.
But-
It's not an end credit scene. It's the preview of the next episode, and we try not to watch the
Right.
previews of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's genius. Like I don't know. I just love it. There's so much wit and charm to this. But the teacher is basically like a Scooby-Doo villain. Like, all right, that was hilarious.
That was great. That was wonderful. I love how Onizuka handled it. Like because it was a way that was completely different than how he handled the other situations that he's been in. Right. But it was still very much his style and unorthodox and a creative solution to the problem.
Yeah. He's like, hey, you know what you want. I know what I want. Together, we can make some money.
That's right.
Good times and stuff. The funny thing is that like what I don't think Onizuka would do this, but what if he ends up like making like a business arrangement between him where he's like feeding porn to the
school,
students?
Well, okay. Here's one of the
and
things.
Because it's being funneled through Kukichi or Kukichi.
I believe so.
Kuchiki or Kukichi.
Yeah, something like that. But
it actually reminds me of the last name of Rukia, Kuchiki.
Oh, yeah, but I know it's not that.
Yeah.
I think it's Kukichi or something.
Kukichi, yeah.
Yeah.
But that would be really fun.
Here's the thing, though. It could. It's a very decent likelihood that this is not for any kind of like revenge or anything. It could just be that it's Fuyutsuki, the other teacher. He's just like, hey, put her face on, but I think that would
for him.
But I don't think he would do that because
then he would have potentially the file in his own computer.
Exactly right. So he doesn't want to give him any more ammunition. But
I think he's giving like actual like model girls or porn stars or whatever.
Yeah. But then the question is, what is he going to use it for?
Jacob.
No.
He's using it for himself.
Well, it could be. Or it could be something where if he was trying to get revenge at any of the students, but he's not going after him. So
no. I think that if he wanted to have this guy turn against his own, that would be the kind of thing that the guy would recoil. So what I think he's trying to do is he's trying to systematically take them down one at a time, and he doesn't need to probably take down the rest of them if he hits their leader. So they're just more like egging on the guy, like, yeah, you're so good that you do this, and stuff. He's like, shut up, like.
Whatever, whatever. I know I'm awesome.
The one who was the real problem was the one that was like, all these stupid teachers should just kill themselves.
Yeah.
And they all like shut up. And it's like that meme's like,
well, that escalated
quickly. But also just like, what the hell? Like, whoa, like, you took this like way too far, Lisa.
Well, and I think that was basically the setup of the next villain,
one.
You know, that he has to
or
face.
one of the next ones. Yeah,
even because it's not the very next.
Yeah, because these kids are ruthless. But if it's mostly just Fuchiki, I gotta get it. Is it Kuchiki?
I think it's
Kukichi.
I think it's Kukichi.
Kukichi. Okay,
yeah.
That's
that
name is hard to remember. If it's just him doing the aggressive stuff and the others are just kind of more passive aggressive, then it might be a while before he gets into a problem like this. You know? And we might have just the next episode be a wholesome date between him and Fuyutsuki. And dealing with maybe just the fact that he's not the most classy of gentlemen,
right?
You know, he's got some rough edges. You know?
Here's the thing that comes to mind, right? What happens if Fuyutsuki ends up finding the custom pictures? Because that's
they aren't of her.
No, I know, but still,
I think on some level, she's less of a straight-laced person than you'd think, I'd say, because I think that if she was really kind of uptight about this, she would have lost her interest in Onizuka.
Even though they were just made-up pictures.
Well, on some level, because she doesn't want to be tied to because of who he is. But that's the thing, is I think she likes who Onizuka is.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that she...
Right, because she's seen the sort of the heart of gold, you know, underneath everything.
Right, exactly.
So...
And that's a fun contradiction, and I think that, you know, at the very least, that it'll be something that she'll probably give a shot at. I think it could be a thing where something happens along the way and it kind of derails it for a good chunk of the story or something.
Right.
But I could see them having a fun time and stuff. And also it'd be cool to give her character a little bit more depth.
Yes.
By giving some actual story focus specifically on her and Onizuka.
Yeah.
Which I think is just good overall.
But I mean, they probably still will keep the whole thing of Onizuka being very much the main character and everyone else.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Sort of
I just like how, the vice principal here, we actually got some depth into his character.
Yeah.
The guy is not having the greatest life.
Yeah, like he... Oh,
he doesn't understand what's going on with his family because for some reason they're all cold to him,
right?
And it's probably because of who he is or who he's becoming, and he's just not being the most involved person. Or
Which in a lot of ways is like they're basically setting up that even him is going to be helped by great teacher
exactly.
Onizuka.
Yeah,
and I wasn't entirely sure the way he was talking about his family. It seems to be that I am currently having these issues, right?
Right.
But then he talked about the car, and it was almost like he was saying this will help me get a new wife and kids or something like he had been divorced or something like that.
What I think it might be is that he considers the new wife and kids to be
how they will change.
Yeah,
and that's a good point. And he never even got to bring it home.
Yep.
Because it was delivered to the school and immediately destroyed.
Right. I think that's what it is that we've seen multiple points where the story pokes at the problems with the education system and the way teachers are handled and stuff. And I think that this is an example of where a guy who's done well in his teaching career is still unfulfilled, is still stressed, is still unhappy, and is still not getting paid what he's worth, essentially.
Yeah, probably.
So the Cresta was essentially the visualization of look how much I am worth.
Right.
So that when I present it to them, it's a skewed way of thinking to think that they're going to care about the car.
Right,
but to be like, look, this is what I can basically do. This is how much I am worth.
I just hope that he paid that car up front.
He got insurance on it.
Right. Yeah. Insurance.
I don't know how insurance works.
Someone jumping on top of
in
your
that
car
case.
from,
yeah, exactly.
Very high up. And he doesn't even know how it got destroyed.
Is that considered an act of God?
He was way too drunk. So, yeah.
Because it's just so random and not at all related to an actual car accident. I don't know how that kind of insurance stuff works when it comes to, saving an attempted suicide. I think that would actually be covered because it was nothing to do with him.
Right. But he has no idea though. He was too drunk. He was drunk out of his mind.
Oh, right. He has no idea actually how it happened.
Yeah.
As far as he's concerned, meteor struck his car.
Yep.
He just woke up one day and it was like that. So he has no explanation. He has no story to corroborate. Oh, that sucks. I now actually feel for the guy.
Oh, yeah. Especially if he, got it on a payment system or something.
Yeah, I think that, Yeah, it probably was on a payment system. Most people can't afford to pay a car that's new.
And this was a long time ago, so maybe things were different back then. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, but the vice principal going into his picture frames.
Yes.
Onizuka, let's discuss the problems with the current educational system. And Onizuka's like, but it could have, potentially, it could have actually happened. I just don't know about it subconsciously or whatever.
Doing it with the vice principal is way worse than S&SM.
Yeah.
That line destroyed me. Basically, this is the thing about Onizuka, is he's kind of like a fretting maiden about kind of his
social standing.
His social standing, yes. He's like, but if I'm going to marry into a good family, I cannot have my good name be sullied by rumors.
Now, of course, all that is basically just tied down to the whole idea of 16-year-old bride, 16-year-old bride, 16-year-old bride, but...
Onizuka, oh my gosh.
I love... and the other thing that I love is how he was like... what was it when he was basically trying to convince everybody, not the pulling down his pants to try and convince everybody, see, I don't have that scar, but the being like, no, I swore that I would never do anything with I'd never do anything kinky sexually.
No, he's like, I wouldn't be involved in any kind of weird sex.
Right? Yeah.
He said, yeah. It's like, wait, what were you about to do in the first episode then with your furry costume then? Explain, Onizuka. You lie. He's like, that's not weird. That's just my thing. That's just my thing, Oh man, there's so many.
It's only weird if you make it.
Dang it. There's so many funny things in this show that I feel like go beyond just the faces and stuff. It's kind of how. I don't really know how to say it, because when you think about Onizuka's character, it's one that has a lot of charisma and a lot of charm and a lot of wit. But the thing strangely enough, but the thing is, he has all of these moments of where he kind of just like mutters to himself, or he just kind of goes on a rabbit trail of like just stupidity,
like the whole thing of the spirits leaving the body and then suddenly imagining spirit sex,
right. It's like he's so neurotic that you realize that like he hasn't got a grip on himself.
Oh yeah, he is
really
very
much at all.
Like
he's flying by the seat of his pants 24/7, and even the slightest thing derails him so hard in his thought process. But the thing is, I think that most characters that we see, they don't want to waste time showing every rabbit trail of an internal person's thought process.
Yeah,
of a person's internal thought process.
Right, in the way that they justify it, and this is they make it funny, and they also make it that Onizuka is 22 years old. And while that might seem old you're young, it is not.
He's super young.
It's one of those things where you're like, I'm legally considered an adult. That's terrifying.
That's terrifying. Yes. Onizuka, that is him to a T. He's like, legally, I'm an adult. Those guys are idiots. Whoever came up with that law. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is a funny show. This is a funny episode.
So good.
There's a lot of things I'm kind of hoping to see now, specifically from the side characters.
Yeah.
Now that we've got kind of a static kind of setting to the cast.
Right.
Now that we've gone a couple episodes into the show.
That was great, seeing Yoshikawa basically try and, come to bat for Onizuka and be like, no, it's okay.
Yeah, he's like, snitches get stitches. no need.
Yeah, and he said it in a nicer way and all that, and
right. I know.
But yeah.
But it's probably what he was told when he was a gangster or something like that. Yeah. It's like, nope. You tell on people, I can't trust you. It's like, whoa, I kind of see the logic there. It makes sense. The thing is also, I think it was a little bit more compassionate than that, because he's also saying, if
you're already having trouble making friends, I'm not going to make it any harder for you.
Exactly. Let me handle this. This is my problem. I appreciate that you care about me, and I acknowledge you, but I also am going to handle this myself. I think that's a cool aspect of Onizuka.
Right.
Is that he really does try to handle things himself, even when he shouldn't be able to handle it completely by himself, which is funny, because he actually got help without asking for it, because the other teacher, discovering that it was a composite photo, by realizing the pixel density difference along
I mean, you would think that one of the first things, especially since something like that had happened before, it's probably like, oh crap, we got to do this again. Okay, bring out the magnifying glass. Okay, let's see here.
You're like, oh, there and there. And
all
there.
right, yeah,
solved. Very cool.
And they're like, they're probably quick with it now. They're like, yeah, this guy's good, but
no one's perfect.
It's like trying to pass counterfeit bills to a banker. It just doesn't work. They're like, we put up with this stuff all day. No, just stop. Don't try.
Come back in 20 years, buddy. When my eyes are basically gone and shot. Even then, I'm just gonna feel it and be like, nope. Bag and tag this bitch.
Also, one of the things that I really love that they've continued to showcase is how, the whole idea of Onizuka being 22, and it's like, how is he an adult, right?
Oh, right.
He totally isn't. But I feel like this is actually a great representation in its own very weird way of what being an adult can be like. Because you don't know what you're doing.
That's true.
And some of the stuff that you come up with as solutions to problems is ridiculous. Not necessarily as ridiculous as Onizuka, granted. Not necessarily. But that's how you do what you got to do, right? You just figure things out as you go. And I feel like that's showing Onizuka doing that, and with all the ridiculousness, with all the stupidity, with all the crazy rabbit trails into picture frame land, there's also some really great things that he comes up with, even if he doesn't necessarily realize how great it is.
Yeah.
And I just love that.
Yeah. He's a good character, makes the show really good. And we had some hilarious little kind of comedic sketches in this
And
episode.
I want to see that picture.
I understand, but the funny thing is, I don't think you understand what you're asking.
I get it, but maybe we don't have to, but it was so specific, like
I think all we need to do is just have one moment where
someone
teacher...
just like looks at the picture and you don't see the picture and they're just like, oh.
No, all we need is really the vice principal is to be like following Onizuka with his video camera, and then he sees him like like looking through the photos and stuff, and we just see the teacher just go and then he's like and he goes, wait. He does the double look like, oh, he outs himself by going, oh, and then Onizuka's like, who's that? Who's that? You know? Like stashes them into a lockbox, into a cabinet that's locked it into a special combination thing, and he's just like under the floorboards and everything next to his gun, you know? Right? Guns. Yeah, let's be real. He's probably got multiple. All right, guys, this was really fun. If you want to watch the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with the Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories or whatever. And if that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.